All right. This clip is going to be hilarious. Let's get into it.
The last time that I did walk, I took a screenshot. This is a screenshot. As you can tell, some photos down there. I walked for 3 minutes and 20 seconds. It was outside, a little bit of hill. So I'm very proud of myself for that. That makes me really just excited. I don't know. I remember a few months ago when I can only do 1 minute and 16 seconds.
Alright, that was hilarious, especially that dog. So she said she could only walk 3 minutes and 20 seconds, which is hilarious. And then what? Later on, she talks about being able to, before she could only do 1 minute. So I wanted to do this review because there are actually a lot of people transforming their lives and bodies by walking, and I started walking last summer, and I saw great benefits to it. It's easy. It's not mentally stressful. You have to be disciplined, and you have to just take the time out your day to do it. So I'm very physically active, so 3 minutes is crazy, but hey, you gotta start somewhere. Anyways, I walk about 2 hours a day for sure. And I'm actually thinking about doing 4 hours a day come winter. Because looking at how much I eat and where I want to get to, it looks like that's what I have to start doing. So anyways, so I've basically been walking 2 hours a day every day, unless I have company over or something happened where I couldn't get it done before company comes over. You have to set your schedule to basically get it out the way. So the best thing I do is I like to do all my walks in the morning, so before work, and then I go to the gym. So 2 hours gets me about 6 miles. And I like to walk outside. And honestly, I like main reason why I like to walk in the morning, not just because when you do it in the morning, you get out of the way, you don't have to think about it for the rest of the day. Things that come up in your day won't mess up your schedule and stop you from doing it. Also, when you do walk in the morning, it's not as hot. I've personally been into running before the sun comes out. It feels better for me. The heat, right? Like I said, but also it's like you feel like you're doing something productive while other people are sleeping. And it's like you're the only person there and you feel alive. And so you could like, sometimes as I'm walking or running, I start whatever music I'm listening to, I start really grooving to it, and I break out into dance. So stuff like that is why I really like to do that. Anyways, let's get into the logistics of 2 hours a day. So for me, 270 pounds, something like that. I'd imagine one of my good friends, he's about 180, and he's my walking partner. So get a walking partner. He's not even in the same state. He's 1,000 miles away, and we'll call each other. And sometimes we're walking, he's walking. So, sometimes I'm walking, he's not walking, but he'll just sit on the phone with me for an hour and a half and just get it through. Sometimes he's walking and I'll just sit on the phone with him and, help him through. Podcasts and music helps depending on what you're in the mood for. Also, having conversations help. Anyways, so he's about 170, 180 pounds. He burns 700 calories. I'm a little heavier. I'm like good 50 pounds heavier than him, but still I burn maybe 100 calories more. So there is a very good minimum and max, and it's not very, it doesn't vary too much. So I'd argue as long as you're about 120 pounds, you're gonna at least burn about 500 calories to a maximum of no more than 950, pushing 1,000, depending on how heavy you are. If you're that heavy, you probably aren't able to walk the 2 hours, but people's lives change. And if you can pair walking with watching what you're eating, then that works great. I like the idea of walking or running before I eat. Fasted cardio is called, but from what I understand, there are no real benefits. However, for me, I think there are, because once I wake up, I haven't eaten anything. I've done some level of fasting because of sleep, ideally 8 hours. There's nothing in my system, so when I look in the mirror, I'm very slim. And then once you walk, you drop water weight, mainly. So you'll gain that water weight back the moment you drink, right? But what I found out was a gallon of water is 8 pounds. About 8 pounds, yeah. So when I get on that scale, after walking 2 hours, 6 miles, I do drop about 10 pounds every session, you know? And then what I do after that is, obviously, you can go ahead and drink water. But if I can wait a little bit longer before I eat, that's perfect, especially if you go to the gym right after. That's great. Again, I know fasted cardio doesn't really help, but it doesn't hurt either. And I'm not the type of person to really recommend intermediate fasting. I'm not against it, but I would say be mindful of it, because if you do get anywhere between 4 to 8 hours of sleep, and then you go for a 2 hour walk, all right, let's say you get an 8 hour sleep. Now you're at 10 hours after your walk. Let's say you do have the time to go to the gym. Now you're at 11. So if you wait a little bit more, you could get 12 to 16 hours before you have to eat. Adding things like coffee, which is milk. Be careful with the French vanillas and all those creamers, because if you look in the back, those bottles, you go through them really quick from experience. And a big bottle is like 1,600 calories. So just a little bit of milk, so it doesn't, I know people love I'm just gonna drink dark coffee by itself. A coffee with some milk, like let's say you have a coffee cup like this big. If you do a quarter of milk with the rest coffee, it's doable. It's a nice warm drink. Or you could even go and do a tea, start drinking tea. Either one works perfectly, and it won't, eat your soul. Right now, I'm just gonna say this, I'm gonna end the video, cut the video. So right now, my routines are: in the morning, I walk 6 miles. But recently, I started training because I'm playing soccer. So when I start training, I like to run. So by just running downhills and straights, I boost my 6 mile run to a 20-minute mile and a half. And what that looks like is in 2 hours, I can run maximum of 9 miles. But that's on a really good day, like on a great day. On an average day, if I'm just running straights, 7.5 miles is a great goal. At 7.5 miles, I go from burning 750, 800 calories from walking to burning 1350. So I double it by just walking the straights running the straights and running downhill. Also, if I were to do 9 miles, like on the great day, I'm talking about 1,600 calories easy. And that's what you eat. That's what so look, if you want to cut weight, keep your calories within 1,600 calories. 1,500 calories. As a man, I know they say, men, you should eat about 2,500 calories. So cut your calories by 500, eat 2,000. I argue, as a man, you should be eating no more than 1,500 calories, no matter what weight limit you are. If you're 300 pounds, that's a whole different conversation. I'm talking about generic men around 250 to about 180. You should not be eating more than 1,500 if you're trying to cut weight, right? If you, I could eat 144 grams of protein and it'll be about 1,500 calories. You know, do you want to just eat that and no mashed potatoes or whatever? That's up to you. But even a sweet potato or something like that is just 100 calories. A mango is 100 calories. A banana is 100 calories. Remember, never blend any of your fruits. If you blend your fruits, for some reason, that sugar hits your blood and causes weight gain. You lose the how do you say it? You lose that fiber, apparently. I don't know why. Blending a banana versus eating a banana whole is so different, but it is, because in January I gained a lot of weight by doing smooth fruities, and I did do creatine, but regardless, I picked up weight. That's why I went from for sure to about 230 to 275 within a month. The creatine holds water weight, and then that doing fruit smoothies, my arms are just jacked. But anyways, so if you walk, run, or you can build yourself up to walk, run. I know the lady, she's talking about, she walked 3 minutes. If she can start walk running of that, within that 3 minutes, she'll double her calories burnt. And then for people like you and I who aren't that extreme, hopefully, if you start walk running, I call it walk run then run walk, because to do 9 miles within 2 hours is a run walk. Because basically what I'm doing is I go from running the straights and the downhills to running some of the uphills. Not the extreme ones, but they're basically 2 portions in my personal routine that are pretty much uphill, and I walk them. But any other situation, I'm literally, running. And that's how I get my 9 miles. But anyways, so since starting my day having burnt 1,600 calories without going to the gym is crazy. So then I've met my goals. So for the rest of the day, I literally don't have to do anything else. I just need to watch my calories. Then once I go to the gym, my routine in the gym is basically cardio. What I do is I do bench press, incline bench press, dumbbells, dumbbell curls, squats. I basically do, by the way, I do lower body every day. Ideally, I want 2 gym sessions. And of those 2 gym sessions, lower body is the first workout because I hate it. But I do lower body every day. I have a very big upper body, but people have always commented in the past, my upper body is, my lower body is significantly as big as my upper body. I am very balanced top and bottom. And people feel that. Like when I play soccer, people feel it because I'm a tank. You can't knock me over. Anyways, so what I do is at the gym, I do all these different workouts, but in between, I do calisthenics. Ideally, I do dips, pull-ups, and push-ups in between every one of my set. So if let's say I have 3 sets of squats. So what I do is I'll do 10 push-ups, 20 push-ups. I'll do pull-ups, then I'll hit the squats. Then once I'm done hitting the squats, I'll walk around the gym to wherever the dips are, knock out 5 to 10 dips, go back, do 10 push-ups, 10 to 20 push-ups, do 5 pull-ups. When I get lighter, I do more pull-ups. 5 pull-ups at 270, 260 is big boy weight. And honestly, my reps depend on how I'm feeling mentally, because I get bored of some of these repetitions. So this is how I turn my workout into a cardio, because I'm doing 3 squats, right? 3 sets of squats, so 3 times 5. So I'm doing 15 squats, 225 to 315. I have no need to go any heavier. And honestly, going lower is good too, because I really want to open my hips and get real low and sit in it. And I don't really believe in warm-up sets, to be honest. So 225 is my warm-up set. If you see, well, I'll just say, so I don't have to come back. Like let's say we go to bench press, right? My warm-up set is not the bench press, it's the incline press. With the incline press, I'll do 225, then I'll put on 225 on it. So I'm doing 275 incline press. And then I'll do the flat bench press. I'll get on the flat bench press, 315. I don't go heavier, I don't go lighter. I'm hitting 3 sets of 315 for 5. If I do 1 set for 4, that's fine. If I'm really tired and I do 1 set for 3, that's fine. Because remember, in between every set, I'm doing pull-ups, push-ups, and dips. You know, so that's how I turn a workout into a cardio session. So when I look at my Apple Watch, I've burnt anywhere between 800 to 1,200 calories some days, you know? And even with the dumbbell curls, all of that, that's what I do. Because if you YouTube Michael Jai White, he's a martial artist, there's a video that'll pop up. He talks about there are 3 types of body types. There's the ectomorph, the endomorph, and the mesomorph. I am not an ectomorph for sure. And I debate about if I'm an endomorph, because even as a baby, I was chubby. However, the reason why I know I'm a mesomorph is because you see throughout the periods of my life where I've been significantly skinny. So we're talking about chubby when I was, skinny when I was a really small child, chubby elementary school, chubby middle school, skinny high school, started beefing up around senior year, skinny in college, chubby, skinny, post-college. Now I'm like a weird mix of thick. So I go back from mesomorph. Mesomorphs are in between. I don't want to say, like Michael Jai White said, we're like the porridge that's perfect or whatever. He didn't like that analogy. I don't want to say I'm perfect. I'm really not. However, what I'm going to say is I can get really thick and very beefy, where I'm bench pressing 450 as my starting set instead of 315. Or if I do a lot of cardio, I get to the point where I'm not at my genetics and history. The last time I was anywhere near 180, which is the weight I'm supposed to be for my height, was boot camp at VMI, Virginia Military Institute. So, you do a lot of running. That's the skinniest I've been in a long time. And even in high school, it was hell trying to maintain 195 for wrestling. It was brutal. The cutting weight and maintaining weight was worse than the match. So that's me, right? I do a lot of cardio, and as you see, I'm still thick. I'm really thick. And it's frustrating because I do a lot of cardio to basically keep my stomach in check. That's the first place men store fat. So that's all my cardio goes to keeping my stomach in check. Unfortunately, you just have to understand your genetics and work with it. Anyways, so to finish off what I do, so remember, ideally, I do my run, walk in the morning, and then gym right after. So this routine starts about 3 a.m., gym at 5. I try not to do more than an hour at the gym in the morning. So I'm hitting the legs hard. Maybe I'll do an hour and a half. But at 6, I'm trying to get to work. And then depending on the job, in the past, honestly, I'll do an afternoon workout. Depending on the job or like situation or period, I have the freedom to do an afternoon workout. So, and that goes from I can either walk for lunch around the building, or literally I have the time to go to the gym. Usually those are the times where the gym was like 5 to 10 minutes, or the gym was in the building. Anyways, and I like that a lot. And then for the afternoon, like this period, starting about mid-April, I've been playing soccer. Soccer, I'm getting about 4 miles in. And the reason why I want you guys to start doing 6 miles a day and then think about doing a run walk is because, or walk run and then a run walk, is because with soccer, I'm not running all the time. But that moment of intense run is called hit. So what I like to do is in the beginning, I'm trying to jog and then I run, when I make a play and I'm needed. And then in the end, I'm tired. So I still try to keep walking and moving until I need it and I make a play. And when you look at my watch, I'm getting 4 miles in and I'm burning over 1,000 something calories. And that's because that stop, move, especially when you stop moving and it's an intense move, is what gets you to burn so many calories. I'm bad at this because I just don't have the patience to literally design a sprint workout for myself where for 30 minutes I just sprint. I don't have the patience. Same with stretching, where I just take the time to just stretch. I try to build these things into my workout because they're two things I, at the moment, psychologically don't have the time for. I'd rather stretch into my workout. So like as I'm doing a squat, one of the squats will definitely be a deep sit because I'm stretching and opening it. Because I don't see my workouts as sets. Like, 3 sets of 5 for squats. But I don't see my workouts as like, this is the squat. I see my workout as these squats have now created awaken my body for the next one. Like for example, dips. When you do the dip, it opens your mid to lower back. And once I do that, I feel free to now start moving around. And then when I start doing pull-ups, my first pull-ups are just pull-ups. But after 2-3 sets of pull-ups, I do a dead hang and I feel my body open. And so throughout this workout, my body's more and more loose. Of course, at the end of the workout, you're exhausted, but there's a midpoint in the workout where for me, I get the benefit of those stretches, but I'm stretching with heavy weight. So that's how I think about working out. And that's why I added so much walking and calisthenics in between every set, because that's actually what's creating the fat burn and the weight loss for me, and trying to keep my stomach in check because I have bad eating habits and I eat too much, sorry about that. My lady was calling me. It's probably like 2 p.m. So it's probably 2 a.m. where she's at. So she was just calling me because she fell asleep. Anyways, so what was I saying? Yeah. So the workout is really a deep stretch, but the calisthenics I put in between, that's the true weight loss, body transformation that I came to the gym for. And we're gonna just cut the video here because I didn't mean to make this 20 minutes. Oh, I lied. And then because I wanted to finish my day. So 3 a.m. walk, run, walk, gym, maybe afternoon workout, evening I'll do soccer. And then immediately after the soccer, because of the location, I go to the gym, which is literally right across the street, and I swim. I do about a strong 40 minutes of swimming. And the lovely thing about cardio, walking, running, and soccer is that you become a master of cardio. I'm not saying that you can just run like crazy because I have limitations, my weight. But when it comes to swimming, I can swim. I'm not the fastest swimmer, but I'm comfortable breathing, and I turn into a whale. And after 20, 30 minutes, I don't, I don't want to say I'm not to the point where I'm bored, but that's what I mean. I can get bored, you know? But 40 minutes so it's either 40 minutes or 1,000 yards I'm trying to get in these days. And that comes out to be apparently 750, 800 calories right there alone. So in the morning, we're looking at anywhere between 1,000 to 1,200 calories. Then the gym, another 5, 6, 7. Let's call it 1,000 plus 600, 1,600 calories. And let's call it, and then soccer is 1,000, so that's 2,600 calories. And then with swimming, that's another 700, 800 calories. So you said we're 2,600, right? So 3,500 calories. And then I'll try to do my upper body workout, ideally, right? And that's when I'm like gassed for the day. I'm tired. So for my upper body workout, I'm doing bench presses, curls, and stuff like that. And honestly, it's probably the most piss poor workout. That's probably where I'm playing on my phone. So I wouldn't say like I'll burn another 600 calories. I'd say I burn maybe 200 calories, and I'm happy with that. So at the end of the day, I'm looking at anywhere between 35 to 4,000 calories. And all of this I just talked about is fun. It's fun. The hard part is the eating. The not eating like shit. And I didn't mean to make this video so long, but let's address it. So for years, I've been working on my eating. When I was in high school, looking back, and even going to military college, looking back, 2020 or whatever they say, hindsight is 2020. I wish I ate better, because after wrestling, I'd eat a tub of ice cream. And even in college, I was still eating cups and cups of ice cream. I'd get my freshman mentee to bring me ice cream and stuff like that as some of his duties and chores. And now looking back, I wish I ate better. So after college and I started dating, I didn't have a lot of money, but I can cook pretty decent, and I would use food as one of the ways to hopefully have a woman love me. So we were always sitting in food, pizza, wings, something like that, right? On a Friday or whenever she come over. Thousands of calories. And let's be honest, girls eat, but they don't eat. So my earlier girlfriends, I'd make them fat, which ended up, then I'm not as attracted to them. And also, I'd make myself fat because they eat, but they don't eat. So let's say we had a large pizza. They'd have 2 slices and they're full. I'd eat the other 8. So I've changed a lot of that. I can't tell you the last time I had pizza. I can't tell you the last time I ate chips. I can't tell you the last time I had soda. The things I battle now is ice cream, and I'm winning the battle. I can't tell you the last time I bought ice cream. But I'm every few weeks. It used to be like every 2 weeks, or I did have ice cream every week. And I'm talking about a half a gallon of ice cream until I read the back in 2020, and I was like, whoa, this is 3,500 calories for this half a gallon of ice cream at Walmart. And then so I stopped doing that. So anyways, then the habit became I'd go get ice cream somewhere. Like I basically said, I'm not gonna buy ice cream from the store anymore. So I'll go to a Brewster's and get ice cream. And that ice cream is expensive. So I'm basically fighting my frugal mind versus my craving. You have an alcoholic problem until you run out of money, basically. I have an ice cream problem until I run out of money. So every week or every 2 weeks, I'll go grab ice cream. Now I can go 3-4 weeks a month. I'm not perfect. And I get these things called, these protein yogurts, right? For 4, each one is 15 grams of protein for 100 calories. literally 100 calories. Can you, I don't know if you can see it. 100 calories. Can you see it? Anyways, it's 100 calories for 15 grams of protein. 4 of them, 15, 30. You're talking about 60 grams. I grab a pack of 4 or 5. So I literally have 4, 5 packs of these. The strawberry one is not my favorite. The vanilla is my favorite. This one. But I always get the strawberry too because the vanilla one's sweet. And I like to go from least, you don't want to always eat the same thing. So I'll include the one I also don't like so that I just have variety. Anyways, so then the thing I miss is chocolate, So then I'll put chocolate pieces in it. But the things I definitely stay away from these days is trying to stay away from ice cream and nuts. The main 2 nuts, peanuts and cashews. I can eat a tub of them, which like this big tub from Aldi or Walmart, we're talking about, or the container of peanuts, right? We're talking about 3,500 calories, and I can eat that in a day, easy. So I stay away from those things because a handful is supposed to be 200-300 calories. Stay away from it. Versus this takes me 8 minutes to eat if I want another one. But at some point, after 2 or 3, you get tired. But if I get ice cream, like the ice cream sundaes with the peanuts on top, each cone is $2.50. I can eat 8 in a day. You see the big difference? So I'm not perfect at it, but I've been basically at a civil war with my eating habits. And the things I have mastered is I don't care about chips. I don't care about soda. I don't care about crackers. I don't care about brownies. I don't care about cookies. And I'm finally slowly getting away from ice cream. And the thing about ice cream milk is that it creates bloating, especially if you're black. It creates bloating, right? So if you want that 6-pack, that's probably not the best thing to eat. However, I will say this. When I get out of the gym or soccer and I'm really getting those sugar cravings, I drink cereal. I'll eat cereal. That milk or just a glass of milk will chill my body. It'll stop me from having those cravings. And I've been aware of that for a few years now. So it's not that I want ice cream. It's not that I want sugar necessarily. It's that I'm dehydrated. I want water. But sometimes there are also some things that my body's lacking that it wants. They say electrolytes. Whatever milk has, there's a certain deep craving I get that it quenches, and so I'll drink the milk. But anyways, and the other thing. So I just happen to have this here. So this is maple syrup, and it's not the maple syrup that's the problem, per se. This does have 110 calories, and there's 12 servings in here, and I go through this very quick. So 12 servings, this is 1,200 calories. So that's sugar. I do go through that pretty quick. Like probably every 2 weeks or a week. Honestly, I go through that quick. But I pair it with protein pancakes. So eating 1,500 calories worth of chicken is 144 grams. But sometimes I crave sugar. So instead of getting ice cream, I'll make a protein pancake, and it quenches 2 things. The syrup is sweet, and then also the protein pancake is a bread. So in my mind, it's a carb, right? So in my mind, I'm not really needing. I'm basically killing that craving. And then barbecue sauce, be careful that it has a lot of calories in it too. So it's good to, I'll do grilled chicken with barbecue sauce, but also I'll do chicken. I'll cook chicken and stew, chicken and soup, and use that soup or stew as the seasoning, right? So it's like a tomato or something like that. And that helps a lot. But when I do the grilled chicken, I'll do 2 pieces of bread, you know. So let's say I had 4 grilled chickens, and I don't do chicken breast, I do chicken thighs. It has more fat in it. Fat is not a problem. It's not the main problem, you know. So eating too lean, you'll burn out. So the fat is sweet. It's not sweet, but it's, you know, it's juicy, it's chewy, it's enjoyable. So I'll do, let's say, 4 chicken thighs, and 2 of them, I'll use 2 slices of bread, 70 calories each, 140, 140, right? So that we're talking about 280, 300 calories, plus the chicken breast. But the other two chicken thighs or whatever, I'll just eat that with maybe barbecue sauce. Oh, cheese is not necessarily your enemy. Just stay away from like the queso or whatever, you know, like the dipping cheese. Stay away from that. Get you know, just get some regular cheese. Cheese is fine. It's the problem is you're sitting there and you're dipping it with chips. You're dipping it with chips. That's the problem. I don't do the extreme, like, I don't consider extreme. It's not my culture. It's like, you know, like the Italian culture, to eat those like cheese wedges and stuff like. I'm not into that. I'm just not introduced to it like that. So I don't do that. I just get regular, mild cheese or whatever, provolone cheese, whatever, and I maybe add it to my sandwich, mainly to my omelet. I don't do this every day, but I'll do a traditional American breakfast where I'll do 6 eggs, you know, I make it into an omelet, I put cheese in the middle, and then I'll make some pancakes, you know. I'll put egg in the pancake mix batter too. So I'll do a traditional stuff like that. From time to time, I'll have bacon. I don't eat pork, but bacon doesn't count. But that's like maybe every few months, I'll get like a pack of bacon. I literally just got a pack of bacon. I did too much, I'll be honest. I basically ate 4 packs of bacon in the last 3 months. And so I just cut that off. But anyway, so that's my complete guide of eating. And if you do all this, you'll definitely be bench pressing 315 with a moderate body type. Yeah, and that's it. I didn't mean to make this so long. Dang. Off of one clip, almost 40 minutes, right? I apologize. I definitely not mean to make it this long. But thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.